Dysfunctional. Stress-induced failure. A broken vessel cannot be repaired. Broken tableware serves no purpose. It's simply unseemly. So let's bury it deep in the shelves. What are you describing here? The moon? In my dream, I watched the moon. I don't quite remember where I was watching from or why. Maybe it was simply because I happened to be there, high in the night sky, at a time when I didn't want to look at anything else. My spine creaks. The midwinter chill has seeped into my veins. I feel dizzy, all alone in the dark like this. The moon is so dazzling it snatches my breath away. How curious. By all rights, this cold should feel stifling. Yet instead, it feels tinged with nostalgia.
Shiki-sama.
Hey, Hisui. I'm greeted by the morning sunshine, along with the sound of Hisui calling out to me.
シキ様、お目覚めの時間です。
I'm fully awake after hearing Hisui's monotone voice. The instant I fully open my eyes, these abhorrent things crowd my vision. I'm suddenly assailed by a stabbing headache. It's as though someone shot me in the temple. My consciousness, only just having woken up, loses its footing. I quickly reach for my glasses on the nightstand before the dizziness takes root.
シキ様、ご気分が優れないのですか？
Didn't look like it.
いや、昨日の疲れがまだ残ってるだけ。すぐに良くなるから、心配は無用だよ。
Shaking my head lightly, I try to shed the memories of what I'd just seen. I'm paying the price for pushing myself to keep my promise with Arkoid last night. My senses still feel dull.
おはよう、翡翠。今朝も起こしに来てくれてありがとう。
I heave myself upright in bed, doing my best to put on a natural-looking smile.
いえ、これが私の仕事ですから。シキ様に感謝されるほどのことではありません。
Jeez, so humble.
そうかな。俺はすごくありがたいけど、目覚まし時計の音なんかより何倍もあったかい感じがする。
That's for sure. Thanks to that warmth, I greet another day. Blushing a little bit? That's cute. I stand up from the bed. It's just before 7 in the morning, about 10 minutes earlier than usual.
朝食だろ。すぐに行くから先に行ってていいよ。
This morning is starting off unusually normal,
はい。それでは食堂で
especially
お
compared
待ち
to
して
how
お
our
ります。
mornings usually go out. With some chaos going on. Hisui makes her customary bow and quietly takes her leave. Or not.
シキ様。
ん？他に何か伝言とか？
いいえ、何でもありません。どうか今日一日、健やかにお過ごしください。
Okay. Hisui leaves the room. Okay. That's kind of weird. Now then, I'm certainly not in the best shape possible, but I think I can still manage going to school. I'm sure I'll also get some of my strength back after eating whatever breakfast Kohaku-san has cooked up for me. In the living room, Akiya is sitting on the sofa, and Hisui is standing at attention by the wall.
おはようございます、兄さん。
You seem chipper this morning.
昨夜はゆっくり休まれましたか？
ああ。おはよう、アキヤ。
As soon as I enter the living room, I can't help but notice that Akiya seems cheerier than usual. Well, her greeting is certainly lively, at least. A cheery mood is good for one's mental health, so I'm glad in that regard, but...
どうしたんだよ。制服に着替えなくていいのか？
ええ、 本日は自主休校とさせていただきました。屋敷の方でやることができましたので。
Okay.
兄さんはいつも通り学校ですか？どうぞ気ままな学生気分を堪能してきてください。
What's going on? I get that she's in a good mood, but even so, this feels strangely tense. Just what is she up to?
それにしても今朝は顔色がいいんですね。やっぱり昨夜ゆっくり休んでくれたからですか？
Yeah, we slept great, right? Absolutely great. I was out like a light.
まあな、今朝は起きるのも早かったし。
それならもう心配する必要はないですね。
This feels very off. This feels very off. Like I don't think I can feel comfortable, especially after what happened yesterday.
兄さんが言うことを聞いてくれる人でよかった。
Her trust in me hurts. Last night I ended up going out to protect my promise with Arquaid, even if I did manage to avoid pushing myself too hard and make it all the way back to my room again afterward. It doesn't change the fact that I'm still lying to Akia. I feel like if I stay here any longer, I'll slip up. I should get out of here quickly.
食堂で朝食をもらってくる。食べたら学校に行くから、俺のことは気にしなくていいぞ。
わかりました。でもまだ何かあるようでしたら遠慮なく立ち寄ってください。あと少しだけここで待っていますから。
Got it. My limbs still feel heavy, but I'll probably feel better after breakfast. Hiding my physical discomfort from Akia, I head to the dining room. What's that face for? I finish my breakfast and leave the mansion. It was naive of me to think that having breakfast would make me feel better. I've never been able to stomach much of a meal this early in the morning. My appetite just wasn't there today either. Because of that, I spent a full 30 minutes picking up my breakfast, an entire day for a student.
今朝は適切なお食事を用意せず申し訳ありませんでした。明日こそは必ず四季さんの目に星が散るような朝食をご用意しますから。
Kawaku-san raises both of her arms and fires herself up. In an unusual turn of events, Kawaku-san is the one seeing me off this morning rather than Hisui. It must be because there is no need to see Aki off today.
いえ、こっちこそ食が細くてごめんなさい。いつもご迷惑をおかけします。
Kawaku-san stares at me in silence. I wonder why. Her unwavering gaze reminds me of a machine, I guess.
琥珀さん、俺の顔何かついてます？
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが、四季さんのお顔の色が優れないので。
That's not a good sign. I feel a sense of dread. Akia may not have noticed anything, but am I really looking that green around the gills?
やっぱりお止めするべきですよね。明葉様もいらっしゃいますし、四季さんも今日は学校をお休みになられては？
ああ、いや、大丈夫。少し体が重いだけ。昨日のことで心配するのはわかるけど、行けるときは学校に行っておきたいし。
Yeah, you missed a ton of days, didn't you?
もう、そんな優しい顔で言われては、お咎めもできません。わかりました。明葉様には内緒にしておきます。
Yeah, it really feels like ages
本
since
当
you've
に
been
無
to
理は
school.
禁物ですよ。
ですね。今日は早めに帰ってきて休みますから、それで多めに見てください。
はい。お帰り、お待ちしています。
With Kawaku-san sending me off with a smile, I leave the Tono residence. There's a kernel of truth to what I said. I will be making my way straight home today. I must if I'm to regain my strength and put Aki and the others at ease before I go out and meet with Arquaid. head toward the school. I make my way down the hill. My limbs feel heavy, as though I'm piloting someone else's body. I thought I'd be able to shake off this sluggishness pretty quickly, but it seems it won't be so easy. I reach the classroom. I believe it's the middle of second period. After the teacher, me for tardiness, I take my seat. Why is it? I plop my body on the chair and finally... Why is it cutting off? It's lunch break. It seems Haruhiko is taking the day off. That makes 2 absentees today. Inui Haruhiko and Yumizuka Satsuki. Haruhiko is the one thing, but Yumizuka's continued absence has me a little worried. I hope it's nothing serious, like a cold or something, but... What am I supposed to do during my lunch break again? What's going on? Lunch. Right. I won't be able to recover if I don't have lunch. However, my appetite is completely non-existent. What? What's going on? It's not that I feel sick. It's more like I simply lost the ability to feel hungry. That's why there's no need to eat. I haven't the reason nor the strength to rise from this chair. Why waste my energy? It's strange. I've accepted this delusion without a second thought. What the fuck is happening? It's cutting off. Like what I knew something about Akia's face and the way everything just seems so normal that something felt wrong. Something felt wrong. And I guess my gut was right, because what the fuck is going on here? The class has begun. What class was this again? I don't remember what the subject is for 5th period today. I try and focus on the blackboard and the teacher's voice. But try as I might, none of it makes a lick of sense to me. The letters swirl and scatter, like paint being swept away by water. Why is the heart beating? I feel nauseous. And what's up with the vignette? I'm getting nervous now. The entire classroom is tilting. I lose my balance. My body starts to collapse toward that sloping floor. I hold on for dear life, but the world offers me no footholds. My consciousness succumbs to the dizziness. Uh-oh, another anemia attack. I can do nothing to catch myself as I fall out of my chair. An unpleasant sound echoes, hard and heavy, like a bowling ball dropping onto the floor. The female students shriek. I hear the footsteps of the teacher rushing over to me. Even though I'm out cold, I calmly continue to watch the scene unfold from somewhere far away. Is it just another anemia attack, or is it something else? After that, it was business as usual. After I passed out from my anemia, I was carried to the school infirmary and put to bed in the hopes my condition would improve. When 7 o'clock rolled around and my fever was still hovering near 38 degrees Celsius, the school nurse contacted the Tono household. Damn. They quickly come to pick me up. Seeing the black luxury car stop in the school parking lot was like watching a movie play out in front of me. The car isn't here to take Tonoshiki to the hospital, but back to the Tono residence. It's a reasonable thing to do. It's only a fever, after all. My body might be incredibly heavy, but my mind remains perfectly clear. Black luxury car stands apart from the hustle and bustle of the world as it speeds indifferently through the Twilight City. There's no one else in the car but me and the driver. The driver hasn't said a single word. Tonoshiki is strapped to the back seat with a seatbelt. Both the air outside and the atmosphere inside feel oppressively heavy. It feels like I'm riding in a hearse, huh? I think about saying that joke out loud, but decide not to in the end. Okay. The dark trees part to reveal an old mansion. I let out a sigh that could be taken either as admiration or resignation. What's up with that eerie music? The mansion hasn't changed at all over the past 7 years. A sturdy castle always houses a prison. Something dreadful, something wicked, something that defies common sense. Something that must be hidden away, no matter what. Hello, Hisui.
お話は聞いております。すぐにベッドまでお連れしますので、それまでもうしばらくご辛抱を。
Why does the lighting looks a little warmer than usual, I think. A maid greets me in the lobby. I had managed to make it through the front door, but my knees can't hold out any longer. I start to collapse toward the carpet.
危ない。失礼しました。どうぞこちらに。まだ熱があるのですね。
The maid props up Tonoshiki's body before it can hit the floor. Not only that, but she offers him her shoulder. Why are you talking about yourself in the third person? No, it's okay. I can still walk at least. More importantly, thank you. You don't like being touched, right? I do my best to put on a bold front.
確かに苦手です。ですが、今はシキ様の手当てを優先させていただきます。秋葉様や姉には黙っていますので、どうかお体を私にお預けください。シキ様が病気がちなのは、シキ様のせいではありません。人間、誰だって頼りたいし、頼られたいものなのですから。
After saying that, the maid grasps my cold hands. I see. In that case, I leave it to you. I obediently surrender to her sweet-sounding voice. I want to be relied on. I want to rely on others. I want to be protected. I want to protect others. I want to live. I want to let live. I see. Although they are the opposites of each other, that doesn't mean they are mutually exclusive. We all harbor each of these opposing desires within us, after all.
階段を上りますので、ご注意のほどを。
The maid leading me by the hand begins to climb the stairs. Simply walking is enough to make my vision flicker in and out. In my dazed state, all I can do is put one foot in front of the other, relying on the maid for the rest. Huh? This is the wrong place. We went to the wrong direction. This corridor leads to the east wing. It is an area that Tonoshiki must not enter. Beyond this point... Hey, we went the wrong way. Tonoshiki calls out. There's no response from the maid. No, that's not all. I no longer feel the sweet touch of her hands, nor is there any sign of the maid outfit I'm so used to seeing. Huh? I gather what I can of my unsteady consciousness and examine my surroundings. There's no one in the corridor. I don't hear a single sound. I can't feel anything at all. I suddenly realize this space is an enormous drawer. A place to put away junk that no longer serves a purpose. A place with no way in or out. Is that the first thing he said out loud? Because all the rest of his text was like faded and didn't have any voice. I crumple to the ground. It appears I've lost the favor of whoever it was that was keeping me alive. The ground feels at once soft, like a cushion, yet also hard, like a tatami mat of woven grass. I've lost all sense of touch, so the truth will probably have to wait until the next time I wake up. An end without any explanation. A vague conclusion with unanswered questions. It's sudden, but still fitting that Tonoshiki would meet such a fate. Wait, don't wait, huh? End? What do you mean end? Oh shit. I actually wanted to do these because I've been skipping like for the first one I skipped it because I didn't think it was like necessary because it was very obvious what I had to do, but I think I might have to check this out because what the fuck happened? I've actually never seen these before. Oh, Neko Arc is there.
普通に10日目が始まったと思ったら普通に学校に行って普通にエンドになったよ。これどうなってんのシエル。エラこの先作ってないのかにゃ。どう考えても悪い選択はしてないしな。え、妹との約束を破った？
Oh, did I have to not lie to my sister?
でも金髪美少女との約束の方が大事っしょ。これこそ正解ルートのはずにゃんだけど、なぜ？
何を言っているんですか。明葉さんがあれほど心配していたのに出かけてしまうなんて、お兄さん失格です。今まで何度も倒れてきた遠野くんですが、この日の体調不良は特別なものです。半日は休んでいないと回復しない不調ですから、しっかり休んでくださいね。もちろんアルクエイトとの待ち合わせは全然無視して OK です。
Okay.
所詮口約束なので法的強制力もなければ違約金も発生しませんしね。
そういう問題じゃにゃいんだけどね。心と心の問題にゃんだけどね。でもそういった心のすれ違いが次のロマンスを生み出すのよね。うんふんふん。感じる感じる。すぐ近くにデートイベントの気配を感じる。あ、シエルにはないんだっけデートイベント。ソーリー、恵まれすぎてソーリー。
Okay, cool.
いえいえ、その分こちらは夜だけでなく学校で長時間過ごさせていただいているのでお気になさらず。遠野くんとのトーク時間は当社比4対6で私の方が上ですので。
はあ、どうせ長ったらしい教会の設定語りでしょ。
吸血鬼社会の説明よりはよっぽど短いですよ。基本的には頼れる先輩と迷える後輩の清らかな男女交際トークです。
学校なら私も行ったし。
不法侵入とかあなたらしいですけどね。
戦闘ドレス等々着替えもあるし。
あのブローブに即落ちした。出だしだけは良かったですね。
よしげーしゃっ。
Okay, cool. At least we know what to do now. I will do what she says. I guess I don't have much of a choice. I feel like I'll make Akiya cry if I disobey her any more than I already have.
わかった。今日はおとなしく眠ることにするよ。
Dang, that's kind of crazy that some of those choices can affect, like, chapters ahead of what you're already at. So saying, I lie back down on the bed.
本当、後になって部屋を抜け出したりするのもなしですよ。
しないよ。実を言うと体がまだ重いんだ。秋葉の目を盗んで外に出るなんてとてもできそうにない。
よかった。
Akiya slumps her shoulders as she breathes a sigh of relief.
翡翠、琥珀に兄さんが目を覚ましたことを伝
Yeah,
え
I
に。
think this is dialogue we already heard, right?
兄さん、夕食はどうしますか。
そっか。いや、紅白さんには悪いけど食べられそうにない。 今夜はこのまま眠らせてくれ。
わかりました。翡翠、琥珀にそう伝えてきて。
Well then, now that I'm lying down again, I'm starting to feel a little drowsy. At this rate, I'll be asleep in under a minute. But before I pass
アキ
out,
ハ、うちの庭にあんな場所あったっけ？
ええ、私たちが子供の頃よく遊んだ場所です。
this is new dialogue, I think.
そっか。なんだかよく覚えてないな。
Damn, I really did forget out about all this.
それともう一つ変なことを聞くんだけど、子供の頃さ、俺とアキハともう一人ぐらい子供がいたとかいう話は知らないか？
は？
Akia tilts her head to the side in confusion. I guess that's to be expected. There's no way there was another kid around back then. But if there wasn't, then something doesn't add up. The scene I saw in my dreams, the dream I saw in that field, if the two of them are connected, then for everything to make sense, there would have to have been another child in this house, a child who was murdered.
いや、なんでもない。ただの夢の話だ。
そうですか。ではおやすみなさい、兄さん。今夜はゆっくり休んでください。
ああ、そうする。
I'm out like a light the instant after I respond to Akia. The emotions that usually coil themselves around my heart as I fall asleep are nowhere to be found tonight. It's as though the plug was pulled on my consciousness. Tono Shiki sinks into the dark abyss as though fleeing the events of the day.